Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Allied General. I'm the mysterious JG. It's the battle of the Bulge, and we've got a bulge in our pants. Jokes about dicks. Anyway, so we lost our first core unit, but it was like a brand new core unit that had never acted before, and it was wiped out, before it took any action at all. Its only two combat it ever saw were barely surviving an attack by experienced Panther division, and then being wiped out in an attack by an experienced Tiger division. So it never actually initiated an attack on anyone. These poor innocents were just being picked on, basically. So now we've since taken out that Tiger tank division, and I think this may or may not be the same Panther division. I don't think it is. That did that to us. So let's see what we can accomplish here. We replaced them with a new division, a new Firefly division, which didn't really get a chance to do much of anything for it too. Was taking damage, but that's fine. So I think we've already shot down what little Luftwaffe we were able to find on this map. We probably want to go ahead and use our planes first. Yeah, that's what you guys accomplished last time. You basically wiped out. Do I want to have you guys come over here because you're liable to... That's unfortunate. Attack broken up. You're liable to be in range of enemy anti-air, but I wanted to be able to scout what we're up against down here. And they do not have anti-air. They do have... Yeah, this unit could be in bad trouble, actually. But if I can wipe out this defensive unit here, these guys can cross the river. And I need to get rid of this unit because it's mobile. So let's go ahead and assume that that is a desirable goal. And that this artillery can start shelling Trier. Attackers expected to take 4. Yikes. Alright, apparently these guys aren't messing around. Yeah, kind of unclear how to... I need to get organized here. What am I actually using my units to do? So, things are going swimmingly in the center. May have a little bit more trouble outside of the center. It's probably a good idea to suppression bomb you. Let's just use you basically for scouting. So you're still not out of ammo. I thought you might be out of ammo. What is the right approach for this? I mean, I could bomb with you. I'd like to get a view of what's going on here as well. Because at least this will cost some prestige and it'll give me some scouting. I take you a little south. I'm trying to scout as much of this terrain as I can. I don't know what the range of this guy is. I might have just brought you into the range of these guys as well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! Alright, this will give us a view of everything. And now, find if they guys have 3 or 4 range, or 2 range. 2 and 2. Okay, so roll the dice and I ended up out of the range of any of these guys. Ended up with a bunch of guys who have 1 ammo, which is less than I was expecting them to have left after all that, but it is what it is. You got ammo, you do. Let's use it to finish off a tank division from the sky. Excellent. Let's see here. Probably shouldn't have attacked. Yeah, it was a mistake. Said we were going to have even losses, but this could be a bad move to have done this. Because now you guys are going to be attacked by these guys. There is artillery. I just wanted to weaken these guys before they could attack my artillery directly, but I'm starting to think the thing to do now is to use my fighters to attack the... Yeah, oh wow, that was very successful. You guys need to actually go back and probably either start getting elite replacements or just... I mean, at the very least they need to get ammo, but... hate to bring them all the way back here, but I'm not counting on taking any of those German airfields this turn. I wonder if it's worth the risk of counting on that, or the risk of acting. I'd like to start working on this this guy right here, but maybe this is what I want to do. To start beating you up. 8 suppressed. Beautiful. And even better, I didn't knock that city neutral. That's actually kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. So with that, you guys can come up here and try to soften these guys up a little bit. And then you guys... Oh, this is elite U.S. infantry. Oh, this is like... Okay, this is 3 medal experienced U.S. infantry against what I'm assuming is like a rookie. It's 39 Bear infantry, which is like the lower stat as opposed to 41 Bear infantry. Or 43 Bear infantry. So I don't know why the 39 infantry stats are being used other than to represent that this is a... like almost the German equivalent of conscript unit. Although there's something called Volkstraum, like Storm of the People infantry that appears later. That these guys are not. Okay, that is not a battle we are expected to win. This one we are. Like, I want these guys to get some experience, but not, like, just by getting wiped out. I wish I'd saved a plane to attack that. I could have had the Thunderbolt attack it, I suppose. I think we bomb these guys just to make it so that other guys here can get bombed. Although that did knock that city neutral, which is not a thing that I really set out to do. Beautiful. This is all just so I can get experience for this tank unit. Because that wasn't the best use of that unit otherwise. And they're still barely going to get this done. They didn't even get it done, really. Yuck. It's a tough for a rookie unit to become effective this late in the war, but even though there are rookie German units out there too, you're not always lining up against them. Sometimes your rookie units end up lined up against their most experienced units, and that's just kind of how the cookie crumbled. Let me see something here. You have air counter. That's actually useful, because what I'm going to do is use this unit to use up the last of this mobile artillery's ammo, because it will get a pretty ineffective counterattack against these fighters. I might lose a fighter, there's always the chance, but it's unlikely, and it wasted the last ammo that this unit had was wasted trying to shoot down P-51 Mustangs. So that's handy for us. I don't think these guys moving down there is really going to do too much to... Well, it'll help a little. Not really. Defenders expected to lose 4 here. I guess they're already suppressed. This is actually a really unusual move, but we got rid of almost all their ammo, but we had them suppressed. They were low experience, and their artillery support was gone, so we used these transports. I should have known. I wish I'd done this before I moved these Spitfires back here to refuel. But I used guys in transports to just zoom in and take an airfield without taking Hofeli's first. free experience for a transport unit there. No, what's your range? 3. Okay, so this will be fine. We can shell the city on the next turn. Alright, so I use my air primarily to weaken them up around Bossingen and Dasburg and Konstum, which may or may not be how that is pronounced. Things didn't go as well down here as I'd hoped. But I'll set them here in the hopes that these guys just attack, even though I've got artillery support. They probably won't. It would be the wrong move if they do it, but maybe they can't see the artillery back there. Trying to cross the river, but it's against retreating and I guess low experience. Yeah, I've got a lot of really low experience German troops. I mean, this is desperation time for the Axis. This was their last offensive in the West. There was an offensive I didn't even know about until I started playing these games in the East against the Russians that was even later than this one, but it also, you know, was not successful, so. Kind of wish I knew, like, if I was going to cheat and use map hacks, it would be to find out if there are German troops up in the, you know, far out stretches of the line that are sneaking around, because they could be sneaking across this river and cause me trouble later if I... So I probably do want to do some aerial reconnaissance up there just to make sure I'm not setting myself up for any problems. Meanwhile, the Yanks have done all right for themselves in this battle, really. Now, this is a mobile artillery unit. It kind of looks like a tank, so I just want to make sure I'm aware of that as I move my troops. These guys have 5 entrenchment. I could wait. Ooh, see, now it could be a really bloody fight if I just attack with bridging engineers, who should be immune to rugged defense. I could wait and shell them and really make it easier for myself, but I'm being pretty aggressive. So let's keep that trend going and just keep our fingers crossed. Make a huge difference who gets the first attack, and we attack at the same time. So that went alright. That could have gone a lot worse. I could have been a lot more... It's only a video game. In real life, I would probably want to think about the lives and whether that was too aggressive. But in video game world, that was fine. If I were to cross the river... If I was to cross here, I could attack these guys who have no ammo, but I would be attacked on the next turn by this infantry unit and would take losses that were really not to my favor, let's say. These guys are pretty rugged. Like, they've been getting pushed around a lot and are just not going down. Alright. Replacements for you. Elite replacements, because why not? I can afford it. Again, I definitely won't get wiped out on the next turn. Oh, what the hell. This is smarter than doing it with those little wimpy tanks. The M4. Oh, I didn't even realize they had artillery support. Okay. Or the M5, excuse me. The M5 is a motorway. No. The M5 is, I guess it's like a really high-speed light tank that I find very limited use for them because, like, even against infantry, they don't seem to pack a lot of punch. But I mean, I can understand theoretically what they're for. Where do I want to go? I got this massive army rolling along in the back. At this point, we've basically broken their line and are collapsing them. So it's a matter of speed. But like, I don't know if I want some of these guys to divert north to help out. Because although I don't think there's a lot here, the biggest fights in theory are going to be at Bitburg. We can kind of already see and there isn't much going on there. There's a sort of a chunk of territory here we can't see, and I mean, unless there's a hidden armor column. I guess we want some of these guys are pretty much just going straight ahead. What am I even worried about? You guys can go ahead and get elite replacements. You guys can go ahead and start getting elite replacements. I don't think most of these guys aren't even going to see action at this point unless I really start really have to slow up because the Americans falter, which is possible. I mean, I'm being really aggressive, but at some point you have to slow down because you're taking losses. This bridging unit, which I let take all that damage, at some point will actually want to form a bridge so that we've got more places where people can rise up like they do. Let's actually have you guys head towards... Hold on, do I have enough force in the north? Because this was where they had some of their nastiest armor that actually took out one of my... Yeah, I've got a 13 strength Firefly. Probably I've got less force in the north than anywhere else, but I've got enough in the north. But we won't... Anybody who's up here, we're not going to send them away. Man, these Churchills are slow. No, hardly even matters where we frickin' cross the river. Let's just keep rolling. You head down here towards the airfield because I'll probably actually have them get back into airplanes and see if we can do another parachute drop. You guys are never going to get to the action again anyway before this is over, but we'll just push you forward for the hell of it. I assume these guys aren't going to rush out of their city to attack. And if they do, that's actually kind of fine. And as usual, I'm taking this big risk that nobody is like snuck past without us noticing them. Alright, so if memory serves, we've got auxiliary, but no core units available. Let's end our turn. Let's put a trap card face down in our graveyard and end our turn. Yeah, I knew this was a mistake once I spotted those guys. Hopefully, it is overcast. I can't remember if that means we can't use planes. I think it means we can't use planes, or rather, they won't attack. Let's confirm. Nope, apparently we can't attack. I think we just have reduced visual range. Alright, well, I'm going to call it a video here. It's a tiny bit on the short side, but that's okay. When we come back next time, we'll start a brand new turn. And if it takes as long as the last turn did, we'll just get one turn and the Germans will get a turn. And that's how the next few videos are going to go. Thanks for watching, guys.